West side, west side, west side. Yeah. Living life like this. Gotta paint a picture when I'm around like this. Tales from a hood, not a sight like this. When they up to no good on a night like this. And they murder motherfucker just cuz. Type of shit I seen, you probably wonder where I was. I was in the crib just sitting on a rug. Bake sales coming through looking for the plug. Now. Bro, life is such a fucking trip. Can I take this out without stopping the video? Yeah. Life is such a trip. I swear. The girl of my dreams, literally my dreams last night, we took Figure on a walk together in my dreams last night, is working at Amazon. And I still wasn't quite ready. And as much as I wanted to like go on a hike with her, introduce her to Bagheera, develop a friendship this weekend, if when I see her walking around, I'm not ready, then I'm not ready. And obviously, when I say as much as I want, I'm not ready. You have to be completely free from, at least me. Like, it's not like I'm living a life where my intention is to literally walk in the footsteps of Christ. Now, the thing about Jesus, about any monks that are like my kind of my mentors, my teachers, I read books from monks. The cool thing about my life is that I'm doing that same type of shit. I'm trying to be literally the spiritual leader, the role model for this generation. But I'm living like a normal life. Like, I remember a couple months ago, let me turn this shit off. I remember a couple months ago, I was, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was walking through the woods, and I was kind of like, there's so much negativity when it comes from my parents, or from society, or from any of that shit. There's such a weird vibe with weed. And weed is this magical fucking plant that God gifted the human race so that we could worship him and spend time with him and experience him. God, I always say him with God. If you connect with her, then it's her for you. But I was talking to myself walking through the woods with Bagheera, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I like your shoes." I was, oh my goodness, it might be the flyest shoes I've ever seen next to these motherfuckers. Woo! That new old school, the OG, but new and improved. Anyways, I was walking through the woods talking to myself internally with Bagheera, and I was like, my purpose is to be the spiritual leader, but it's not like the traditional yogi that follows all the rules and does the, like, I allow my intuition to tell me what's best, and I try to listen to my conscience, and I try to be the best version of myself. And I have temptations, and I fail all the time, and I have weaknesses that I'm still overcoming. But that's my path. That's who I am. That's what I do. That's my purpose, is to walk in the footsteps of my highest purpose, my highest path, and not anyone else's path. My path. What does it say in the Bhagavad Gita? It is more dangerous to follow another's path perfectly than to follow your own path, and have it be full of mistakes, basically. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there where I'm like, I've taken care of my responsibilities for self-care so that I can provide what I truly need to provide to the people. God, get me there. Get me there. Help me to always listen to you instead of doing the dumb shit that I want to do. Okay. So I wasn't quite ready. If you're watching this in the future and I am right about who you are, if you are who I think you are, I love you. I mean, to my wife in the future, whether or not it's this girl or not, I love you. I do everything for you. Like, I've been a fucking slave. I've gone through hell. And you probably have too. And literally for months it was like, you should probably just kill yourself, because like it's, what's the point of doing any of this shit? No one's ever gonna love you. But I knew internally that God had a plan, and that I was not out of alignment with his plan as much as I felt like I was suffering, and my life was just, I remember just crying and asking God, why would you do this to me? Why? I did everything right. Like I tried to, why the fuck am I here? Why? So I could be here, so I could be right here sitting in this car talking to you right now. I dreamed about her last night and I forgot about it, and then she walked past me all of a sudden today. I was like, and it wasn't like but I could have said something. I just wasn't ready. And again, as much as I would have liked to, you have to trust God. Like, you have to surrender to God's plan, because ultimately the worst thing you can do is try and control God's plan. You just got to focus on being disciplined, taking care of your work, and being the best version of yourself, constantly growing. So I leave, and I basically surrender to God, and I say, if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be, and it'll happen in perfect timing. So why would I want it to happen not in perfect timing? You know what I mean? As much as I could judge myself and, be like, oh, you should have said, I shouldn't have. If it happens, it happens, because I wouldn't be here right now. So I went into the gas station and I asked if they had any Delta 8 cartridges, which is like basically weed, but like legal. So I don't know. And they didn't. So I walked out, and I was just letting go of the fact, I was setting my intentions for this weekend. I can't do this fucking stupid, okay, now it's a vacation, so I'm gonna I need to work. I need to be a leader. So I get in my car, right, after going to the gas station. I have to pee so bad right now. Excuse me. I get in my car, and I'm about to leave. As I'm getting in my car, this couple pulls up, and the lady in the passenger seat is like opening her window looking at me. So I shut my door and I open my window, and she asked me where the nearest Walmart is. And I was like, I don't really know. I mean, if you want to go to East Brainerd Road, then if you can go 15 minutes, then that'll work. I don't really know. And she said, that doesn't mean anything to me. She said, we're from Iowa, and we're just completely out of gas, and we no money. We have a card for Walmart. And I heard everything that she said, and I looked into her third eye, and I perceived the light of God. And I was like, I have money. Do you want me to just pay for your gas? She was speechless. She was speechless. I'm not saying that for I'm some fucking, but I do the best for, I try to always walk in alignment with what Jesus would do. What would Jesus do? What would Kobe do? What would Goggins do? If I was a leader, a spiritual leader for a generation, what would I do? I would just give him some money. So she was like, that would really help us out. So they pulled up to the thing, and I put my card in. My card was being weird yesterday, so I was like, oh no, am I about to offer this? Not money? I know I have money, but my card was just being weird at the gas station the other day. Because my energy was fucked up probably. I was in a weird mental state. But the point is that I give him some gas, right? I think I put 2 gallons in the car. And I was like, that's good? All set? And he was like, yeah, that's good. And he, they were kind of they looked like the kind of people that if you're freaking out and you're scared of the world, then you'd be like, these people have COVID. He had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And he's holding something out. I'm like, what's up? And he was like, take this. And he said, give this to your girlfriend. I was like, what? He was like, give this to your girlfriend. I hold out my hand, and he drops some in my hand. And he drops this in my hand. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murade Denata Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda. I actually didn't get that crazy of a workout in this time because I'm about to go home and finish the coffee and work out. I just kind of knew. But yeah. Usually, they're still kind of. Usually after work, my hands are just like covered in fucking dirt and dust and shit. And I know that I got a good day's working. But anyways, he drops this in my hand, and the woman, his wife, says, it's an angel. He said, give that to your girlfriend. Radhe Radhe Ki Jai, Maharani Ki Jai. 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda Ki Jai Jai Jai. Yo, if you're trying to figure out how to sing, practice self-love. Next time you're trying to figure out how to sing, like, get your voice right, do a little voice warm-up, do some of those yawns, do some yawns. Never underestimate the power of a yawn. If you're trying to sing, if you're trying to get your voice right, yawn, and then as you exhale, keep that space that you create in the throat down into the chest and into the lungs. And then sing some shit that you like to sing, specifically something that's like spiritual, that you have like a spiritual connection to, that takes you back to a memory, or makes you feel a certain thing, puts you in alignment with love, purpose, and sing it a little bit. May peace prevail on this earth. May peace prevail on Atlanta. May peace prevail on your soul. May peace prevail, prevail, prevail. So, sing for a little bit, get your voice like where it feels right. And then inhale and hold in that love. Allow it to absorb into the brain. And tell yourself, I am worthy. Think about your purpose. And then exhale. And as you're exhaling and you're singing, focus on the affirmation, I am enough. Focus on your root, the root of your spine, the bottom vertebrae. Say, I am enough. Radhe Radhe Govinda Ki Jai Jai Jai. And practice gratitude. The thing is, like, God is always in control. No matter how much we feel like we're in control or not in control, the point is to be self-controlled when it comes to our senses and our desires and our human bullshit. When it comes to lust and greed and all of the things in the mode of passion. If you listen to the Bhagavad Gita and you listen to the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, the mode of ignorance, there's so much stuff in the mode of passion that seems like it should be good until you really start to think about it and you understand, well, maybe that is good to a certain extent in the spiritual journey, but ultimately, if you want to reach the final goal, then you have to go beyond even like me listening to gangster rap, basically, and thinking about all of the neighborhoods, visualizing the experiences of me going in and teaching these people that are looked at as society, that there's been a story told about people in these kind of environments about how they're criminals, about how they're bad people and they should be in jail. But they're not. They're people that are broken, just like everyone else. People that have been through a bunch of trauma, and their environment created who they are. And then they're constantly a work in progress, just like anyone else. And they have the potential to be divine, to lead by example in their communities, to transform their communities. I'm going to go into all these places. Me and my wife and my kids eventually, and Bagheera. We're going to go into all these places, and peace will prevail. So like when I'm working out, when I'm like getting extra workouts in, when I'm, building internal strength, when I'm growing, I'll listen to like Schoolboy Q or something like that, and I'll think about how I'm gonna work with these people. I'm gonna work in these communities. I'm gonna help these people. But ultimately, that's not me being present and getting all wrapped up in those emotions and getting caught up in like I've been learning how to use anger in the most productive, loving way that I can. Like really use it to get the most out of my workouts and inhale love when I'm in that state. When I think about fucking 9/11, when I think about us all wearing these fucking stupid masks, when I think about any of this shit. But ultimately, all of it, you have to let go if you're going to be 100% present. The only way that you're going to lead by example is to be 100% present, because that's when we are 100% connected to God, and that's when we are our most powerful, because it's not us doing anything. The I, the ego, has been completely removed. May peace prevail.